Good day, everyone. So now we are going to solve related problems on the topics on engineering electromagnetics about Coulomb's law, electric field intensity, and electric flux. So for this problem solving that you are going to do, so nakarelay po tayo dun sa mga concepts or theories na konektado po dito. So kung may mga iba pa po kayong approach na pwedeng gawin, okay, other than this solution na ipapakita ko dito sa video na to, so you can have that one. Okay, so let's start with our first problem. So we have these three different small charge objects that are placed in this xy plane. Okay, so given the following charges, we have Q1, okay, which is equivalent po yan sa 2 nanocoulomb. Ayan. And then, we also have yung Q3 naman, which is negative 5 nanocoulomb. So, these two charges are in a fixed place. Meanwhile, this Q2, which is equivalent to negative 3 nanocoulomb, okay, is free to move. No? If the distance or if the value of D is 2 times 10 raised to negative 7, so what will be the force or net force, okay, acted or acting on this charge Q2? So, hanapin po natin kung ano po yung charge or ano yung force na na-exert nitong Q2 na to because of Q1 and Q3. So, for this one, so kung titingnan natin, given na rin po yung mga direction ng force. Okay, so based on Coulomb's law, so if like charges or unlike charges, so they will attract. So, let's say dito sa kaso ng Q1 at saka ng Q2, so if mayroong distance sa pagitan nila which is equivalent to D, so the force exerted on Q1 because of Q2 will be called F12. Meanwhile, the force exerted on Q2 due to Q1 will be called F23 or F21 rather. So ang kailangan lang po natin dito is yung F21 lang. Dahil ang hinahanap lang natin ay yung net force na meron dito sa Q2. So isa na yung F21 sa kailangan nating isama dun sa magiging net force. Ayan. Ngayon, pagdating naman dun sa distance, no, or sa displacement, so what we're going to use here is, ang gagamitin ng displacement will be R, okay, R, since manggagaling po ng Q2 papunta ng Q1, so ang gagamitin po natin will be R21, okay? So, yan po ang gagamitin nating displacement para dun sa ating direction or sa unit vector. Then, dun naman sa isa, dito sa negative or parehas negative charge na Q2, at saka Q3. Ayan. Okay, so since ang mangyayari po dito will be repulsive or repulsion, so we have F23 here because of Q3. So, na-exert po yan ng Q2. Meanwhile, dito naman we have F32. So, ngayon, pagdating naman sa displacement, ang gagamitin naman natin para kay F23 will be R32 naman. So, manggagaling po siya dito sa Q3 papunta ng Q2. Kaya po, R32. Okay, next na gagawin naman natin is alamin natin yung mga values po nitong vectors na R21 at saka R32. So, para dun sa ating vector R21, okay, since manggagaling po siya ng Q2 papuntang Q1, so, ang kanyang magnitude po will be D. So, hindi ko muna ilalagay yung mismong value ng D na 2 times 10 raised to negative 7. So, gawin ko lang muna siyang ganyan. Then, dahil going along the y-axis, so, we have J hat, no? Pagdating naman dun sa isa, yung R32 naman, we have, okay, so we have 2D as the magnitude, then ang kanyang direction po is along x-axis going to the left. So, gagawin natin siyang negative 2D I hat naman. Okay? So, syempre, consider pa rin natin yung sign convention na kapag po going to the left or going down, yung force or yung vector, it will be negative, no? Pag naman yung force or yung vector is going to the right or going upward, so it will become positive. No? Okay. So ngayon, alamin na po natin muna yung force o yung bawat forces, no, na kailangan natin dito. So, unahin muna natin computein yung F. Okay, unahin muna natin yung F21. Ayan. Okay. So, para dun sa F21, so of course, gagamit tayo ng formula ng Coulomb's law, which is, of course, sabi ng Coulomb's law, okay, if you have two charges QA and QB, so you can determine the force or the magnitude of the force exerted. So K, QA, then QB over R squared, no, where R is the distance between the two charges. And take note, yung K dito, kapag po SI unit, so that is equivalent po yan sa 9 times 10 raised to 9. No? So yun po yan. Ngayon dito, ang gagawin natin, since naka-metric naman po yung ating mga units sa given, so we can have 9 times 10 raised to 9. Then, yung dalawang charges na Q2 at saka Q1, dahil nga dito sa F21, so yung Q2 natin is, ano ba yung Q2 natin? 3 nanocoulomb. So, 3 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. Meanwhile, we have 5, or rather, hindi pala 5, yung, ano to? 2. Okay, rather. Ayan. 2 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. Then, ang kanilang distance sa pagitan nila is D. So, that is 2 times 10 raised to negative 7 meter. Then, isi-square po natin yan. Okay. Tapos, i-multiply natin siya dun sa unit vector ng F21, which is yung sa pamamagitan po ng R21. So, we have DJ hat. And then, another one is sa baba, yung kanyang magnitude, which is, of course, D. So, cancel out. So, ang lalabas po dyan dapat is, okay, if you're going to compute that, that will become 8 point, okay, sorry, that should be 1.35, ayan, times 10, okay, so let's compute on that, so, natin kung tama to, no? So, 1.35 times 10 raised to 6, no? So, J hat, so since, ano to, force, so that will be Newton. Okay. Ngayon naman, para dun sa isa naman, we have F, okay. Okay, punta tayo sa next page. Okay. So, para naman dun sa isa, yung F, what do you call this? 2, 3. So, kailangan natin dito yung Q2, Q3, at saka yung distance na 2D. Ayan. So, we have 9 times 10 raised to 9. Okay. Then, yung kanyang charge na Q2 and Q3. So, 3 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. Then, we have 5 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. Okay. All over. Distance is, since 2D po ito, at D yung 2 times 10 raised to negative 7. So, it will become 4 times 10 raised to negative 7 then square meter. Then, ang gagamitin nating vector or para sa unit vector naman is negative 2D I hat. Ang kanyang magnitude naman po ay 2D. So, cancel to. So, it will become negative, no? Yan. So, negative. Ano bang ano nito? So, it will become 8.4375 times 10 raised to 5 I hat Newton, no? Ayan. Ngayon, kung pagsasamahin natin yung dalawang yan, so pag-combine natin, para makuha natin yung F2, which is equivalent po yan sa pag pinag-add yung dalawang force na nakuha natin. So, F23, so we have this one, so negative, yan, times 10 raised to 5 I hat, then plus yung kanina na nakuha natin, which is 1.35 times 10 raised to 6 J hat, then that will be Newton. Okay? So, in vector form, ito po yung magiging final answer natin. Yan. Okay? Ngayon, if you want to find yung magnitude at saka yung direction in terms of angle, no? As you can see here, meron tayong theta dito. Sa pagitan po nitong F2 at saka nitong negative x-axis. Ayan. So, pwede natin makuha yan by, okay, kunin natin yung magnitude. So, by, okay, getting the square root of, yung magnitude po ng F23 squared plus yung magnitude ng F21 squared. So, bali, ipapasok nyo lang po yung mga values na nakuha natin kanina, yung mga scalar quantity. So, square root of, no, yung square po ng 8.4375 times 10 raised to 5. Then, plus, square naman po ng 1.35 times 10 raised to 6. Ayan. Okay? So, hindi ko na po isusulat, no, yung pag-substitute. Pero, gawin nyo lang po yung sinabi ko, no, sa inyong mga calculator. So, dapat, ang makuha nyo po dyan will be 1 point. Yan, if I'm not mistaken. Yan, verify lang natin. Okay, so, verify lang muna natin, no, para makasiguro po tayo. Yan. So, 8 point. Sige po, you can compute, no? Yung gaya na sinabi ko kanina. So, it would be 1.592. Ayan, 1.592. Ayan. Times 10 raised to 6 Newton. So, kung magnitude lang, ito na siya. Ngayon, dun sa theta, since yung theta natin is placed on the second quadrant, no, pero ang kanyang reference na ginamit is negative x-axis instead of positive x-axis. So, we can proceed in getting the arctan of, so ilalagay natin dito yung f. Syempre yung usually kapag nagsosolve tayo dito ng angle using arctan, so ang nilalagay po natin dito sa taas yung component po ng j hat, no, yung nakamultiply po sa j hat, which is yung f21, no? Yan. Tapos sa baba naman yung sa x component naman, which is yung nakamultiply naman sa I hat, which is si f23. But since yung theta natin is nakaset na siya dito, so we can we can get the absolute value nitong arctan na ito. Okay? So, arctan, so kapag kinuha nyo po yan, sinubstitute, so, okay, so makuha nyo po dyan will be 57.9946 ayan, degrees, but with respect to negative x-axis. Ayan, or with respect, ayan, negative horizontal, no? Pwede rin. Okay? So, ayan. So, if you want to detail your answer, so you can have this one, no? Since wala namang pong binanggit in particular kung ano ba yung kailangan natin makuha, kung naka-scalar ba or naka-vector. Ayan. So now, let's proceed to our next item. Ayan. So kung may mga questions po kayo, comment lang po kayo yan, dito sa video na to. Okay. So for next problem, a charge QA is equal to 300 microcoulomb that is being located at 1, 2, 3, while the charge QB is equivalent to negative 100 microcoulomb located at 2, 0, 5 in free space. As you can see naman po, kung kanina ay nasa 2D or XY plane tayo, but this time nasa XYZ coordinate system na po tayo. Ayan, since base dun sa mga coordinates na nabanggit. Now, if the distances are given in meters, find the vector, ayan, vector force exerted on QB by QA. Ayan. So, ano daw yung na-exert ni QB due to QA? So, ang hahanapin natin bali is FPA. Ayan. So, force na na-exert kay B because of A. So, of course, gagamitin natin yung formula ng Coulomb's law. 9 times 10 raised to 9. Then, isa-substitute lang natin dito yung QA. Then, yung QB. Ayan. Ngayon, pagdating naman po sa displacement, so ang gagamitin po nating vector or displacement vector will be R. So, since ito po ay, this is attraction, no? So, attraction dahil positive and negative. So, ang gagamitin natin will be RBA. Ayan. So, BA din. Okay? So, from B, papuntang A. Ayan. Then, syempre, magnitude dito will be RBA. Then, square. Then, dito. Ayan. So, alamin muna natin, ano ba yung RBA na yan? No? So, para malaman natin yan, so, ima-minus lang po natin, no, yung B, no? So, ang gagawin muna natin pala, yung bawat coordinates na given dito, yung 1, 2, 3, at saka 2, 0, 5, gagawin muna natin siyang in terms of vector. So, yung x, i-multiply mo lang sa I hat. Yung y, i-multiply mo sa j hat. Yung z, i-multiply mo sa k hat. So, dito, ang gagawin naman natin, pag nakuha na natin yung position vector ng dalawang coordinates na nabanggit, so, kukunin naman natin ang difference. So, bali, ang initial point natin is B, then ang ating final is A. No? So, bali, mangyayari, so, kung ang A natin is 1, 2, 3, so, ang kanyang position vector naman ay I hat, so, 1, plus 2j hat, 2, plus 3k hat, 3. Ayan. Then, minus natin yung sa B, 2i hat, so dahil 2, plus 0, j hat, no? Though cancel naman na yan, plus 5k hat. Ayan. So, dahil dun sa 5, no? So, kunin na natin. Okay. So, we can have I minus 2i is negative I. Then, plus 2j, so plus 2j hat. Then, 3 minus 5, so minus 2k hat. Ayan. Ngayon, pagkunin naman natin yung kanyang magnitude. Okay. So, that will be equivalent to square root of, so negative 1 square plus 2 square plus negative 2 square. So 1 plus 4, 5 plus 4, 9. So square root of 9 is 3. Yan. So ngayon, pwede na po natin i-substitute para makuha na natin yung vector force ng B. Ayan. So 9 times 10 raised to 9. Tapos yung ating mga charges, 300 times 10 raised to negative 6, then micro. Tapos 100 times 10 raised to negative 6. Yan, coulomb dahil micro din. Then all over. Ayan, so we have 3 square. Then multiplied by, ang BA natin is yun, negative I hat plus 2J hat minus 2K hat. Then over 3. So pag kinumpute natin yan, so computein mo lang to. So 9 times 9. Yan, times 100. Okay, divided by 3 square. So 3. Okay, so magiging final answer natin will be, okay, pag kinumpute natin to, it will become negative 10 I hat plus 20J hat minus 20K hat. So that is in Newton. So ganun lang po kasimple. Okay, so dapat tama lang po yung direction na gagamitin natin. No, sa magnitude, wala tayong magiging problema dyan. No? Ayan. So as long na tama po yung, yung mga values na ilalagay. Okay. So for our sample problem number 3, so we have these 3 charges, 3 coulombs, and 5 coulombs, and 7 coulombs. Now, so at first, meron tayong dalawang charges na 3 and 5 coulombs. So they will be assumed as positive dahil wala namang mong nakalagay na sign. No? So 3 coulomb, and then we also have 5 coulomb. So that are 10 meters apart. Now, if there is what we call 7 coulomb charge that is placed along the line that joins these 2 charges, so let's say nandito siya, at dahil wala siyang sign, so assume na positive. So that is x meters away from 3 coulomb charge. So if this 7 coulomb charge is in equilibrium, so what will be the value of x? Okay. So kung x yung sa pagitan ng 3 and 7, so pwede natin sabihin na sa pagitan ng 7 and 5, dahil ang distance ng 3 to 5 ay 10, so we can have 10 minus x. Ayan. Okay. So ano ba yung sinasabi niyang equilibrium? Ang ibig niyang sabihin dyan, yung force na may exert dito sa 7 coulomb because of these 2 charges will be equal to 0. So the summation of all the forces exerted on 7 coulomb because of the charges that surrounds it will be equivalent to 0. So let's say ito ang declare natin to na ito yung Q1, ito yung Q3, ito yung Q2. So sa pagitan po ng Q1 and Q3, so of course repulsion mangyayari. So dito papunta yung F31. Meanwhile, because of Q2, so ang magiging force dito sa Q3 will be called F32 and will be moved like that, no, in that direction. So F32. Ayan. So ngayon, dahil magkaiba po sila ng direction, so pwede natin sabihin na they are equal, no, in magnitude, no, since kung titignan din natin summation of forces, okay, negative yung isa, so will be equal to 0, and then dahil nasa isang lang naman po sila, nasa isang horizontal lang naman sila, no? Isang direction lang lahat. So we can proceed in equivalent yung kanilang magnitude, no? So of course using pa rin yung formula ng coulombs, no? So we can have K. So para dun sa F31 we have K, then Q3, Q1 over so yung distance sa pagitan po ng R. So dahil ito po ay R13. Ayan. Tapos yung kabila naman, we have K, tapos Q3, then Q2. So dahil F32 yan, so R23. Ayan. So pwede na natin i-cancel yung yung K at saka Q3. So ang matitira na lang is Q2. Ayan, sorry, nakalimutan ko yung E-square. Ayan. E-square yung mga distances. So i-substitute na natin yung mga charges and distances na kailangan dito. Yung Q1 is 3. Tapos yung R13, which is yung sa pagitan po ng Q1 and Q3 is X. Tapos yung kabila naman is 5. Tapos ang distance is 10 minus X. So solving this quadratic equation, so of course, ang makukuha nyo po dyan, dalawang sagot. Dahil quadratic nga ito, no? So ngayon, ang pipiliin lang po natin ay yung positive na answer. Dahil distance po itong hinahanap natin, no? So, pwede pong dalawang sagot, no? Kung parehas po silang positive, or kung isa lang po yung positive, edi yung isa lang po ang ating i-acknowledge. And base dun sa calculation, so ang makukuha ang sagot dapat should be 4.4 or 4.369. Sige, ayusin lang natin. Yan. So, 4.3649 meters. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yan po dapat ang layo ng 7 coulomb charge mula dun sa 3 coulomb charge to maintain the equilibrium. Ayan. Okay? So, now, ayan po ang pagdating po sa mga problems using Coulomb's law.